I like coloring books. I like being able to sit down and have something to do with my hands when I'm chatting with people, or when I'm listening to a book, or when I'm watching a show. I like being able to do something creative even when I'm tired. So I don't need to do any design work. I don't need to think up something to draw. All I need to do is choose a few colors and just see how they spread across a page. What's funny about having my own coloring books out there in the world, it means that I get to have my own copies, and it means that I get to sit down with designs that past version of me made and present version of me can enjoy. And today I'm going to kick off a series where I will color my own designs, and you can color along with me if you're up for it. We'll make it pretty, and we'll also not mind too much about mistakes. Like right here, when I make mistakes, I just make it a part of the design. It's a new touch that I added that I did not intend, but it's part of what makes it fun. There's a link in the description for this book, the I Am Enough affirmation coloring book, and also my Vibrant Minds coloring book. Both would be great. And that means that if you purchase it, whenever it arrives, you can be doing a page along with me every week. I'm going to post them on Wednesdays to create a series where we're going to just color through the entire book. And I chose Wednesdays specifically because that's the point where you're just tired and starting to feel a little run down by the week, and it's a time when you need to be especially intentional about taking a little time to take a break, refresh, restart, calm your mind, all of those good things. The I Am Enough coloring book has 36 pages with colorable art, and half of those pages are affirmations and half of them are what I call pattern pages. The pattern pages don't have any specific meaning going on. Often they pair nicely with one of the affirmation pages, but they're just as low-key as possible. You don't need to put any deep thinking into it. For the affirmation pages, I also include a little encouragement on the side. I titled this book, I Am Enough, as a way of battling my own personal cynicism. I have avoided using affirmations for so long because it feels cliche. It's overused, it's pointless, at least that's what I told myself. Because you see it everywhere, and it ends up being cutesy, and just the phrase doesn't mean anything at some point. And what I realized is that the words themselves aren't the problem, it's how they're being used. This isn't even a time for me to criticize others and say, oh, well, they should do it better. No, I should. I am capable of appreciating the meaning and the intention and the open conversation that can come from simple words, simple phrases, simple affirmations. Throughout this video series, I would love to deepen that internal dialogue. And you got to start somewhere. You got to start with this simple phrase, I am enough, and ask yourself, well, do I believe that? Why do I believe that? Why do I not believe that? And dig into the why. Asking questions is a very powerful practice, and that is part of what I did in making this book. I had to ask myself, well, why do I feel so cynical about these 3 simple words, I am enough? Why do I feel so grumpy and judgy about it? At the end of the day, it does come down to internal beliefs, identity statements, and a strong resistance to feeling vulnerable. It feels very vulnerable to believe good things about yourself when you have experiences of people putting you down, because you're afraid inside that you will be put down as soon as you think something good about yourself. So it's time to rewrite all of that. I put a lot of vulnerability into my work because this goal of supporting whole person care has started with me in my own healing journey, in learning how to take better care of myself. And that's one of those things that I want to share with others, because often when I have a problem, I assume that other people in the world also have that problem. You might have a lot of difficulty with negative self-talk. You might also trip over your words like me. I'm going to do that a lot, by the way. It happens. And whatever I'm processing here, I'm sure you also have, might need a little bit of encouragement in that. The page I'm coloring here is the Meet the Artist page plus some copyright information. And it says, a lifelong Californian, Sarah L. Yoon, pursues curiosity alongside her husband, son, and Airedale Terrier. Sarah loves to explore what makes personalities tick, how diverse perspectives enrich life, and the art of healing. She practices art with the goal of supporting whole person care and deepening her faith. This scribble it out page is my little intro. I want to set some intent so that my fellow colorers, I don't know if that works. Basically, I want us all to get on the same page and ready to go. Some months, the stress piles up. Coping with anxiety in a healthy way takes a lot of work, even when you have many supportive people in your life. Why is that? It's one thing to hear encouragement, and it's another thing entirely to internalize it. Personally, I internalize encouragement by journaling, reading, and drawing. Each affirmation coloring page comes from this process. It's all my own grounding work. Considering how many of us need to internalize a little extra kindness, I feel like offering it to you is the obvious next step. I should warn you that internalizing encouragement isn't always relaxing. As you color, you might fill with the stress you've been suppressing for who knows how long. Perfectionism may kick into gear. Your shoulders could tense as you think, nothing's going to help, I'm just stuck like this. I invite you to stay a moment. Pay attention to how your body feels. Be curious about where your mind wanders. Most importantly, talk back. Each scribble on the page is your way of breathing through the negative beliefs and gently introducing them to hopeful beliefs. Because you are in fact enough. You slow down, you take small steps forward, you relearn the value of rest. Space to process is incredibly healing. You are doing amazing work by showing up for yourself. Please stick around, subscribe, like this video, and I will see you next week.